thought I'd elaborate a bit more on this situation going on in Dover, where this poor old lady's been done out of her money. Yeah, I remember that this Ron Fout was telling me that there was a bit of a bust up with the elders. Yeah, because I suppose they were all trying to, they probably get points with the Watchtower, having sealed the deal, as it were, taking large amounts of cash off poor old publishers, as it were. This lady hasn't been in the so-called truth that many years. Not many years. Anyway, they elders all busted up because one of the elders said there's a policy in the UK where if elderly people give their money away and then fall on hard times and have to be looked after by the state, by our very good National Health Service, they can get the money back, within a certain period. I think it's about 7 years or something. I know it's quite a long time. So if elderly people give their money to a family member or something and then fall on hard times, have to be looked after by the state, running into thousands of pounds per month, then the government, if it's within 7 years or something, they can get the money back. So there was a real urgency for this old lady to pay the money, to get the money in, so as these years can start counting off, and they can feel more secure in having got her money and not having to give it back to the government to look after her care. Anyway, I think Cliff Dugard brought to the attention that there was this rule which caused a real ruckus. I'm not quite sure if he was taken off for that, but he was removed very soon afterwards. And, it's so sad. This poor old lady, Margaret Walsh is her name, nice old sister, must be in her 70s, if not more. She lives in one of the most deprived areas of Dover, a place called Tower Hamlets. So there she is, stuck in this deprived little area, and they've built a brand new Kingdom Hall up on a nice little bit of an industrial estate. It's going to be ever so easy to sell. It's going to be ever so easy to sell on to, to a third party when they find some other poor person to steal their money and build a new one. Yeah. I was gonna also, this Ron Fout, when he was telling me, he was boasting, how he had managed to get all this money, he had signed the deal, as it were. Yeah, he felt so proud that he had taken all this money off a poor old lady, having lost her only son. Yeah. And it's terrible. I bet it's happened loads and loads of times. I've seen them in the past. They tried to get another old lady's money, but she had a relative. She had something like a second cousin or something. Yeah. And they were able to get in. They were able to come to the old lady's aid and to stop them stealing her money. Oh, they're a bunch of crooks. They really are. Yeah, so now this poor old sister, she's got to spend her time in the most deprived area of Dover. And all the brothers and sisters are going up to their new Kingdom Hall. Yeah, poor old Margaret. It was a sad thing to watch. How they all went round like flies round shit, making her, just so as to steal her money. You never seen anything like it. Yeah. Poor old Bert, the other fella I was telling you about. They went and picked him up, took him along the solicitors. Yeah. Poor old fella. What a nice old fella he was. He'd be turning in his grave if he see what they did with his money and property. you know, putting it up to auction and then giving it away to a family member. Yeah, it's a shocking thing. They're rolling all this money, and of course it all goes off. It all eventually ends up in the greedy hands of those greedy bastards in Brooklyn. You know, those who wear $20,000 fucking watches and little pinky rings. Greedy bastards. I feel sorry for the old lady, you know. And what it is, a lot of these old people, of course, when they realise that they've lost their money, they're reluctant to try to get their money back, you know, and to admit that they've been so foolish so as to part with so much money. So they keep quiet, and society just sneak off with their money. And that's sad. It's so very sad. Hey, I know lots of these little deals. It's just that it's all a bit mumble-jumbled in my mind at the moment, so I'm having to write them down. Look, watched the Apostate Hour last night. It was great. Did you see Mike and Kim? And Tom was in live chat. That was nice to see him. Yeah, so it's becoming a real great show. I was up late, you know, well, I got up early to watch. I caught about the last hour of it, I suppose, but it's an early start, 3:30 in the morning. But hopefully they're going to do an earlier one, so maybe us in the UK could join it. If they was to start it about 12, maybe once a month, maybe they could have a special a joint UK-American one, which would be nice. But a lot of people are missing out on the live thing, and of course the live chat is something that, you know, is gone. I don't think. Well, I've not seen it, you know, as to the comments people make. But if you haven't watched it, it's well worth a watch. You catch it on YouTube. The Apostate Hour live chat. Anyway, so I'm off today up to London to try to find my luggage. When I was arrested, they said they was going to get my luggage, and they hadn't. So all my luggage has been floating around. I think the police had it, or it seems the only way I can do it is to go up to Heathrow now and try to locate it. So annoying. But there you go. It was pretty quiet out there today, not me. Hey, I'm making me trolley for me cart for the little dog. There she is. Hey, little dog. And there's me trolley. There's me trolley. And there's little dog. There's Jehovah dog. You going to get them magazines off that trolley, are ya? Going to rip them to bits? I hope so. I hope so, Jehovah dog. Yeah. So we got all the props. Hopefully it'll be up and running later. I've just got to put some magazines on it and then train how to take them off and rip them up. I'm going to pick up loads of magazines today, hopefully. Got a friend up in London who's been going around busily collecting, my mate Oz. So all stays safe. All those considering making videos, make them. You know, just turn it on and talk away. You don't have to be, you know. You all stay strong and you all have a good day. And talk again later.